What I'm about to show you is a client who I'm going to basically go over how to reverse diet. Now, this is something a lot of women struggle with because they believe that they need to cut in order to lose weight. At some point, your body will no longer drop the weight, drop the pounds, drop the fat. So, what you need to do is a reverse diet. Now, in the next couple of minutes, you'll see myself, a current client, kind of breaking down where she's at calorically, where she needs to go, how long she needs to stay there for, and then when to start adjusting and modifying her own nutrition. That way she knows moving forward how to do that on her own. Now, this is a very active client, incredibly important to understand. If you're someone that's training a ton, this is going to be great and beneficial for you because with most of my military members, they're training like more than the average person sometimes. They're doing PT in the morning on top of, working out on their own to work on their own fitness goals, right? Unfortunately, when you're in the military, right, you have to play by the military rules versus what your own goals are. And a lot of times it's like dropping fat, dropping inches. Body recomposition is a primary goal for a lot of our military members. So I'm walking this client through exactly how to do that. So again, stay tuned. And if this is something you struggle with, drop a comment below. That way I can get an idea how much you're eating, your training, how often you're working out, and I will be able to comment underneath to give you some pointers.
Like over the course, over the course of like the next, let's say 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, like 8 to 10 weeks, you are going to increase food. We're not going to jump it up too much too fast, but you should just be adding like 200 to 300 calories every like 2 weeks ish. So what that means is like, let's say this week, because your nutrition is pretty on par. Like you could start this like next week if you wanted. So you're going to do the 1430 plus the 200. So that would take you to like 1630. And then you would stay there for like 2 weeks, see what your body does. Then you're going to increase again. We'll take it to like, let's say 1830, just round because it's easier for 2 weeks. And then I would say increase it again for at least another 200. I know it's going to sound weird, but I think with your age, your body, like, cause you're kind of like, you're up and down with how's your weight now? Like, are you still around like that 150 something mark?
Yeah, I don't seem to like break like 152 really, no matter like what it is.
I know. I think this will probably do it. And then 18, 19, like 21, 30 for 2 weeks.
Okay.
Then I'd probably stay there for, let's say that's 2, 4, 6. So another like 3 weeks and see, because you got to see what your body's going to do at this point. Personally, I think you'll start to drop weight around this mark and this mark.
Okay.
Because you've been in a deficit for a really long time. And I was looking at your messages with Denise and she said, make sure you go back up to like that maintenance. And this is exactly what we're talking about when it comes to that. So increasing. And then when you're doing that, do you know how to like add calories with grams of things like this? Like your carbs, your fats, your proteins?
No.
Okay. That's okay. So for instance, 1 gram of protein equals 4 calories. 1 gram of carbs. So I'm going to scroll down. Carbs equals 4 calories. And then 1 gram of fat equals 9 calories. Oh, geez. There we go. That was 9. So, have you ever looked at the back of like a nutrition label? And you see like carbs, fats, proteins, calories at the top. So when you like add all those up, so let's say something's like 20 grams of protein, you times it by 4. That's how many calories are in the protein. You're basically, I always tell people, pretend you are a nutrition label. It's the only way to describe it. And like when we give you your carbs, fats, and proteins, that's how you're getting the calorie amount for yourself. So you're going to do the same thing. Okay, cool. So for instance, you're at 1430, right? We need to add 200-ish calories So what we can do, I would say, let's say we increase these to 440 grams and this to 60 grams. Let me just see what that is. I gotta
Okay.
math it up. But that'll get you relatively close. Let me see. So 125 times 4. So that
Hmm.
equals 500. So that's your protein. Then we
Okay.
do 140 times 4. That's 560. And then you do your fats. So that'd be 60 times 9 equals 540. Now we do plus 560 plus 500. That's like 1600. So I'm like really close. Like I'm just guessing.
Yeah,
But I'm like, yeah, I'm usually
that's
pretty,
good.
I'm usually pretty good at it. So we could probably, if you wanted, you would do like maybe like 145, and that would probably take
Okay.
you right around there. Okay.
Okay.
So that's 1600. But you see what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Like all you would do is just do that. And then, okay, I'm at like 1630. These are my numbers essentially now. Then I'm
Hmm.
going to do it again in 2 weeks. And I'm going to
Okay.
increase my carbs and I'm going to increase my carbs and increase my fats. Okay. From there,
Makes
I
sense.
equal the 1830. When I get to
Hmm.
this, I'm going to increase my protein. I'm going to increase my carbs and then I'm going to increase my fats.
Okay.
Okay. And then I'm going to stay there for like 2 to 3 weeks ish. That would probably be a good. I think when you get to this point, like your body, I think what you need, just based off like what I was looking at before you jumped on,
Hmm.
is essentially getting your body into a place of like a higher caloric intake because what you're
Okay.
training.
So you can see I walked that client exactly through, and I also gave her a really good example, right? If you're someone that's confused on nutrition, typically it's because it's how it's being explained. If you look at any nutrition label in your cabinet, you'll be able to see exactly what I was talking about, right? The calories at the top, the carbs, the fat, the protein. That's what's getting that caloric amount at the top. If you view yourself exactly like on the nutrition label, I promise you, nutrition won't be as scary. It actually will be simplified. And that's a big part of explaining things to women is showing them that it's not scary, showing them that it's actually incredibly easy with addition and subtraction. And when you kind of put all that together, you realize food is just numbers. And once you unlock that, you can really start to learn how to manipulate foods for your goals. So, again, if this is something that resonated with you, if you feel like this was helpful, subscribe, drop below, like a comment, just letting me know what was helpful. And feel free to share this video to anyone that has been struggling with their own nutrition.